So, 4.3 just came out last Friday, and I didn't really have time to make a couple of content about the upcoming characters and events. But there is one major thing I would like to put on the table here for some spicy discussions to be settled. What the hell is this? Why is Hoyoverse doing this to Yoimiya? Let me take my time to break down why this banner placement of Yoimiya is a big deal. So, we guys all know how the very first Yoimiya banner went, right? It was statistically a disaster if you compare to the big time banners that came before and after it. Looking back, it would make sense how this would be the case. During that time, Inazuma is pretty fresh in Genshin, and since all the player base are dying from content drought because it's the same environment again and again, same commissions, same aesthetic, same grinds, same music, and I believe back then there's such a thing called the Ayaka telenovela because how many people longed for the release of Ayaka due to her CBT gameplay and her mainstream Japanese aesthetic and vibe in an RPG. The hype for Ayaka back then was no joke. Even if you say there were Dragon Spine patches with the eventual release of the to-be popular characters like Hu Tao and Ganyu, when Inazuma dropped, people stormed the Ayaka banner like crazy. This was even discounting the fact that she would eventually be one of the most meta characters in the game. So, just imagine, she got the voice actor factor sharing the voice with Yor Forger and Shinobu from Kimetsu. And she got the traditional Japanese waifu vibe. And she happens to be meta as people started using her more in Spiral Abyss? You can just make sense of how gargantuan her sales would be. But then it wasn't the case for Yoimiya who came after her banner. Only a few people really pulled for her knowing the state of the community. Most of the time when pulling, players would go like, "Yo, look at this new meta character dealing damage per screenshot. Bet I can clear Spiral Abyss faster than anyone would." Or, "Oh my god, the character got belly button, big racks of melons, and childbearing hips. Take my money, take my money." But Yoimiya pullers were different. They were one of the most giga-chat players who pulled Yoimiya just because they liked her character, even if Hu Tao was still the better pyro DPS at the end of the day. You literally see a variety of valid giga-chat reasons as to why they pulled Yoimiya. Most of them are just really true to their preferences. I actually wished I had the guts to pull for Yoimiya, but I wasn't able to do so thanks to Raiden, which is an entirely different story. But just how were you guys able to withstand the amount of left and right pressure of pulling for the mainstream banners? I have huge respect to the Yoimiya pullers because seriously, it takes great willpower to get the Yoimiya pull dedication and refuse to give in the hype of the ones before and after. Imagine, when Raiden got released, people actually lost their shit because she's Electro Mommy, Electro Archon, Electro Meta character. She is the entire Electro package. That's why it's pretty daunting to see how this specific Yoimiya banner was a catastrophe upon being sandwiched by two primetime banners. Respects for the Yoimiya mains even more because of this. Then her first rerun came, and she is sandwiched in between Kazuha and the Sumeru patch. Of course, knowing how most people realize their mistakes of skipping Kazuha for Ayaka, they're gonna be seizing this Kazuha rerun now, once again putting Yoimiya banner in a neglectable situation because of the Sumeru drips. It didn't even help that the patch before that had Yelan. Then her second rerun came. This time, it's adjacent to another big-time Archon, Nahida. It was the peak of Sumeru Archon quest. So of course, Yoimiya is once again in an easily neglectable position. Her third rerun came. And guess what? She reruns simultaneously as Sumeru's very own meta DPS in Alhaitham, who people will put more priority and pull. Jeez man, give this Yoimiya banner a break. And just before you wonder why this is really a big deal for me, while not even having Yoimiya or even committed skipping atrocities against her in the first place, is that I'm at the position where I can just pull whoever I want. After meeting my Genshin end goal of maxing out the character I swore to dedicate on, I don't need to anticipate anymore because she was the Minasan Inori character I've been waiting for. I can just pull whoever I want for the lols. Like if Chi-Chi is a limited banner, I'll just go ahead and complete her constellations for fun. So after 4.2, I'm feeling confident that I now get Yoimiya. But then I watched the 4.3 trailer and saw what would yet trigger me once again. Take a look at these banners! Why? Why are they doing this to her? She is sandwiched once again between Ayaka and Navia, and her simultaneous reruns with Raiden once again. This didn't even help that the patch before that was just fresh from Furina's stardom. And now I'm being tempted again with the possibility of getting Ayaka C2, Raiden Constellations, or the Engulfing Lightning? Let this banner be! At this rate, I just want to learn the Yoimiya main's pure pull dedication. Please, grant me the courage to decide to pull for Yoimiya in these trying times. Teach me how you endure the pressure of being exposed to the temptation of mainstream pulls. I will even specifically finish your story quest too if that's needed. I just really made this video because out of all that happened in 4.3, this is literally just my biggest concern. I literally feel bad for the timings of Yoimiya, bro. She's literally in a bad spot. She didn't even deserve this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Yue molding session. I just really felt the need to advocate for Yoimiya because 4.3 did her dirty. And that's all for now, Denalists. I'ma have to take a break. Stay Oratrice Mecanique, Denalist Cardinale, and I'll see you in my next video.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mecanique, Cardinale, 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 Oratrice Mecanique, Cardinale.